Next one was A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey by
This is it.
Kogonada, starring Margot Robbie, Colin Farrell, and I think the date is September 19th.
Right. So, what's the full title again?
A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, which is an absolutely idiotic title. I think it might be based. I don't. Was it based on
a book?
It's based on a book by Kaizu. I can never pronounce his last name.
Okay, so there's precedent there for the name. So I thought it was about but you got Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. Margot Robbie coming off of the biggest success of her career, and Colin Farrell arguably coming off the biggest success of his career.
Yeah.
And two of the most beautiful creatures walking the face of the earth, and you put them in kind of a romance movie where they're going to fall in love. Great. To me, this has a dash of Princess Bride with a dash of Sleepless in Seattle and a little sprinkling of Stardust, and I hated it.
Oh, really?
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 I know I'm the only one in the group. I I was bored to tears by it.
I got emotional.
I know because
I got emotional too. I was almost crying.
Yeah. As soon as the presentation ended,
he has no heart.
Cody got up and like turned to me and goes, "That big, bold, beautiful journey, that's like the best thing that they saw." And I didn't want to say anything because I thought I'd save it for now, but it's like, I honestly found it dreadfully boring. Listen, there have been plenty of trailers that have come up that I thought were bad, and then I ended up loving the movie. Across the Spider-Verse, or not Across the Spider-Verse, but Into the Spider-Verse is a good example of that. And obviously I love it. I have a lot of faith that the movie's going to be good. I didn't like the trailer, but you loved it.
I loved it. I mean, I just love the idea of walking through memories with loved ones.
Yes.
And that hit me really hard.
Yeah.
And this is, Ray and I talked about this on the stream yesterday. We were most excited about a film that we didn't know anything about, maybe never even heard of. I had never even heard of this movie. And immediately, like you said, I was like, wow.
Yeah, me too.
And I think
these people aren't even my favorite actors or actresses. And it's not my type of movie. It's not my type of movie, but just the self-reflection part of it, about it.
Totally.
About looking back at your life as we get older, it hit me.
Dude, I'm getting goosebumps right now, dude.
And what did you think about it?
I thought it was a beautiful trailer. I knew you weren't gonna like it.
Yeah.
How did I know that? You know what? It was as soon as they cut to a part where it got a little too artsy, and I'm like,
It did get a little
I
artsy.
think
Yeah.
now John doesn't like this anymore. But I think as long as they can tell the story really well, and it's not just flashbacks of memories, there's like a underlying like thread of why they're going through this journey together, then I'm sold. But it's hard to tell from the first trailer.
Yeah, I think maybe once I get a bigger picture idea about what's going on, because okay, wait a sec. So a magical car is talking to Colin Farrell, and the doorways from Monster Inc. have made it into the real world and is teleporting them through their past. I mean, maybe once I'm able to wrap my head around the grander concept of the film.
I hate to let this out, but me, Rob, and Cody, we've gone and had a couple drinks.
We've been bonding.
We very much exposed ourselves, like the parts of ourselves.
I don't want to know.
No, I'm talking about. Not like that. No, I didn't mean that words. But we talked about our previous relationships. And this movie, that part where he sees them in the stairwell, I thought about you two.
You're right. That's a great point. We did have some heart-to-hearts today. That is true. So that may have affected our emotion levels. But also, this feels like a movie that could be very difficult to market because of the subject matter. And I gotta say, the fact that I had this reaction and it looks this good to me means that I have even more confidence that it's going to actually be good.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially to attract that talent.
Yeah, I mean, it is the biggest of the big, right? And they've made a point to point out this is Margot Robbie's first film since doing Barbie.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, it looks like she's kind of adopting the George Clooney, one for them, one for me kind of mentality. Because this isn't, I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think this is going to make Barbie money. I'm just going to take a wild shot in the dark that I don't think this movie's going to make Barbie money. But again, listen, it's 4-1 here. So again, the title of the film,
A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
which you got, come on, you got it. It's not a good title.
It's not a good
right?
title.
Not a good title.
Okay.
All right.
It's trying to be like that everywhere, everything, trying to get on that long, weird.
Yeah,
sort of
doesn't
title.
work.
Doesn't work for that one.
All right. Dr. Ann, what is next?